When Sophie Turner needed shelter from a storm of headlines, and the storm involved someone Taylor Swift once dated, Taylor handed her the keys to a private sanctuary. Why would a global superstar risk public scrutiny to protect a friend in crisis? This act fits a larger pattern that turns Taylor Swift into the go-to refuge for friends in heartbreak. It didn't begin with Sophie Turner. Over the years, Taylor showed up for Selena Gomez amid an on-off romance, covered Kesha's legal fight with a life-saving donation, guided Camila Cabello through a painful band split, consoled Gigi Hadid after breakups, and checked on the Haim sisters long after their first tough days. But here's what makes this pattern strange. In Hollywood, public support usually comes with strings attached. Photo ops, strategic alliances, calculated moves. Taylor's gestures are different. They happen quietly. These actions risk backlash and they cost real money and time. So what drives these repeated acts? How does someone like Taylor balance fame's glare with genuine care? The answer lies in a blueprint most people never see, one that started with Taylor's own heartbreak. We're about to uncover the roots. Taylor Swift's empathy didn't come from success, it came from pain. She experienced teenage heartbreak under a global microscope, immortalized in songs like 15. That track actually tells the story of consoling her best friend Abigail Anderson when she cried over first love. But here's the thing about heartbreak in the spotlight, it gets twisted. Emotions risk tabloid distortion. Every tear becomes a headline. Every mistake gets magnified. Taylor faced that loneliness directly. She could have hardened. Instead, she turned it into honest lyrics and, crucially, into empathy she now extends to others. She learned something powerful, how isolating pain can feel when the whole world is watching. That insight gave her a keen ability to spot someone in distress. More importantly, it taught her that vulnerability under watch can become a powerful tool when paired with genuine care. But understanding pain is one thing, acting on it is another. That's where Taylor's story gets interesting. She didn't just write about heartbreak, she started showing up for friends going through it. And the first major test of this new approach would come through her friendship with Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez endured a decade of public ups and downs, especially her on-off relationship with Justin Bieber. Every setback played out in headlines. Emotions got amplified under cameras. That alone could breed isolation. Who can you trust when everyone's watching? Taylor responded as confident. Daily calls, curated playlists, celebrating small victories and grieving setbacks alongside Selena. Selena said it best. Every single problem I ever have is healable by Taylor Swift, because Taylor had gone through it. But here's where Taylor's approach became strategic. She balanced genuine solidarity with discretion. She showed up without exploiting Selena's pain. She offered comfort without fueling gossip, and proved that loyalty can exist amid public glare. Quick pause if you're finding this interesting, hit subscribe. It helps me make more videos like this, and let's get back to the video. And when the next crisis hit, this time involving legal battles and career threats, Taylor was ready to take even bigger risks. In 2016, Kesha faced a harrowing legal battle with Dr. Luke that threatened her career and well-being. Many celebrities offered lip service, but real help risked backlash. Industry politics could turn ugly, and of course choosing sides had consequences. Taylor stepped in with a $250,000 donation to cover legal expenses and rally support. She gave quietly, without seeking credit. She prioritized solidarity over safe alliances. That act transformed empathy into life-changing relief. But this revealed something crucial about Taylor's method. She wasn't just offering emotional support anymore. She was using her resources, money, influence, and her platform to create real change. She signaled courage to stand publicly for justice despite potential fallout. So when Sophie Turner's crisis hit, Taylor had already proven she'd risk everything for a friend. But Sophie's situation would test something even deeper, whether Taylor could help someone connected to her own romantic past. Sophie Turner's divorce from Joe Jonas in 2023 unfolded in public. She needed a private refuge for herself and her children. Here's where it gets complicated. Taylor once dated Joe. Past ties could have made this awkward. Media would definitely make it messy. Yet Taylor offered her NYC apartment free of charge, shielding Sophie from paparazzi and chaos. She arranged discreet dinners and welcomed Sophie into a trusted circle. She balanced privacy versus compassion and risked tabloid speculation to deliver relief. But why would she do this? The obvious answer is kindness. The real answer runs much deeper. Taylor treated Sophie not as a headline, but as a friend in need. That gesture reveals how loyalty transcends past ties when you have a system for turning empathy into action. Now, there had to be a method behind these gestures, a framework most people never see. And when you understand this blueprint, everything about Taylor's friendship starts to make sense. It might seem easy to label celebrity kindness as PR. Fame often breeds mistrust and shallow gestures, but Taylor's pattern reveals deeper mechanics. She built a framework that transforms empathy into refuge, loyalty into action, and network into safety net. Here's how it actually works. First, she weaponized her own experience. She navigated high-profile breakups under fierce scrutiny. She didn't harden, she honed emotional intelligence. She articulates heartbreak in song, so friends know she gets it. Selena noted Taylor's advice felt thoughtful because Taylor has gone through it. She channels raw empathy into practical support. Calls, playlists, shelter. Emotions find a vessel in action, but emotional support only goes so far. Therefore, she became the reliable constant. Celebrity schedules can crowd out personal time. She reserves space for friends despite sold-out tours and deadlines. The Haim sisters confirm she checks up on us for weeks after a tough breakup and is a shoulder to lean on. She makes time for late-night calls, bakes cookies, arranges distractions. Reliability builds trust. Friends know she will answer no matter what. But availability means nothing without safety. Therefore, she created physical sanctuaries. Privacy is scarce under fame's glare. She invests in secure, comfortable homes and shares them. Sophie's Tribeca apartment became a sanctuary, shielded from the media. She offers emotional and physical refuge. She gives friends room to heal away from prying eyes. That sanctuary emerges from her own need for privacy, repurposed to help others. But generic comfort can feel hollow. So, she personalized everything. Generic advice rings empty when you're hurting. She crafts bespoke guidance, playlists that feel like therapy, lyric-inspired counsel, humor to lift spirits. Camila Cabello recalls Taylor helping her cope after leaving Fifth Harmony with tailored encouragement. Hayley Williams describes ditching a solemn moment in favor of cheesecake adventures folded into care. Advice feels like a song you wish you'd written, but individual support also has limits. Therefore, she built a network. Group gatherings risk superficiality when cameras watch. Taylor cultivates genuine bonds among friends so collective support feels authentic. She brings a sisterhood that lifts each member higher. Haim sisters, Gigi Hadid, Selena, and others form a mutual support network. They rally around each other and around Taylor when she needs them. That reciprocity cements trust. Friends know support flows both ways. Together, these dynamics explain why friends instinctively turn to Taylor in hardship. She balances vulnerability with discretion, empathy with action, and individual care with collective solidarity. But does this framework actually work when tested? We return to Sophie Turner's refuge, now fully illuminated by the framework above. From Selena's tears to Kesha's courtroom to Sophie's apartment, each act aligns with Taylor's blueprint. Transform personal pain into empathetic insight. Reserve time and space for friends. Offer sanctuaries. Tailor support. Activate a genuine circle. But Sophie's case proved something remarkable. Even with vast resources, genuine empathy remains rare. Public scrutiny can taint intentions. Taylor's model shows how to balance vulnerability, discretion, and action. This reveals the source of true loyalty, a willingness to risk comfort to meet a friend's need. That is the secret behind Taylor's reputation as a sanctuary. She doesn't just feel for people, she acts. She doesn't just offer words, she provides shelter. She doesn't just maintain friendships, she builds lifelines. Some reports suggest she's done this for others too, like offering her Beverly Hills home to Kristen Stewart in 2013, though neither has confirmed this publicly. Unverified claims indicate she's played matchmaker for friends like Gigi Hadid post-breakup, though the specific details remain unconfirmed by those involved. What we know for certain is this: when someone in Taylor's circle is falling apart, they don't wonder if she'll show up. They know she will. That certainty transforms relationships from casual to crucial. You don't need celebrity resources to apply these principles. Everyday life may lack mansions, but underlying values endure. Here's how Taylor's blueprint translates. Reflect on your own challenges to cultivate empathy. When you've been through something difficult, use that experience to recognize pain in others. Don't hide your struggles. Let them become bridges to people who need understanding. Prioritize time for friends, even when schedules grow busy. Reliability builds trust faster than grand gestures. Be the person who answers the phone, who remembers the tough anniversaries, who checks in weeks after everyone else has moved on. Offer safe spaces, a listening ear, a discreet coffee chat, a quiet word. Sometimes sanctuary is just silence without judgment. Give people room to heal without performing for others. Personalize support. Listen deeply and tailor your guidance. Generic advice helps no one. Specific understanding changes everything. Pay attention to what someone actually needs, not what you think they should want. Build your circle to foster collective care. Individual friendship is beautiful, but community is powerful. Connect your friends to each other. Create networks where support flows in all directions. If Taylor's blueprint teaches anything, it shows that loyalty flows from empathy turned into action, even if your sanctuary is a heartfelt message rather than a private apartment. We saw how Taylor's own heartbreak shaped empathy that led to tangible support for friends, from Selena's daily calls to Kesha's legal fund to Sophie's apartment sanctuary. Her framework proves that vulnerability plus action equals loyalty. Don't forget to like and comment with your own friendship stories and subscribe for more.